Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is a Let's Play Trails of Cold Steel 4 Part 35. In the previous video we had quite a lot of combat. We did some fun fights. Well, we had the Chrono Burst Demon Rock Man of Doom in the shrine. That was a pretty decent fight. Then we fought like random monster for a little while, ran away, got our ass kicked there, and then we fought this dude, which was really fun. The Confusion Lord, big fan of that fight.
Ooh, a tough one. This one might
Do I
be
want to
worth my
fight you for real this time? I have no CP and also no mana.
We need to fall back.
No.
Ta-ta for now.
I refuse. Alright, let's did we get paid for fighting the big monster, by the way? Okay, we have 20k Mira, so I assume so. Like, I know it said like quest complete, but I don't remember seeing a money pop up.
Begin exiting the battlefield.
I mean, I guess we could have attacked for CP there, but I just want to get to the hospital, man. Swordbreaker? Do you have Swordbreaker, Kurt? Like, how did you lower strength back there? Wait, did you lower it with your ult? I thought you did it with your regular attack, but no, your thing lowers defense. How did you lower strength? Oh, because your accessory! That's why. Alright. I was really confused when he did that, because I was like, I didn't think he had a Swordbreaker. I don't know how that interacts with this. Like, does that stack? Like, say if I equip Swordbreaker 2. Which I probably will, because like the stats on it are pretty decent, right? Yeah, 30%. Does that give us a 55% chance, or does it give us a 30% chance and a 25% chance, or does it give us a 30% chance multiplied by 25%? Math, you know, like did they stack multiplicatively? Do they stack additively? Do they not stack at all? Do they give two separate procs? My assumption
This seems like a nice spot to fish.
is that it's probably two separate procs. So you get like a 30% roll and a 25% roll.
Casting. Bite received. Heavy tension on the line.
'Cause I think that's how it works with some other stuff that I'm not really sure though. Alright, sir. Admit defeat. You're legally required to admit defeat.
I got one.
Winsipith, aka useless. I guess we can still trade it in for money, but I know you're not gonna let me go, but what if you did? Wetlands just past here, huh? The hospital's right close by though, so we should stop by there first. I'd like to check in with Valerie too. Fine.
There. Charge complete.
At long last, after 1,000 years, we've made it. The hospital's way more impressive than I imagined it. Yeah, and it's not just the building, the doctors are the best of the best. Patients with complicated illnesses and injuries come all over from treatment. They're receiving funding from Untitled, are they not? Ever since the annexation, they've seen an influx of patients all over the Empire. There doesn't seem to be many people as far as I can see. Security's a joke in this place. All the military and political types supposed to be coming in and out of here. I imagine they kept those particular patients behind closed doors. I can't get through to Valerie. Perhaps she's in a place with no signal. In that case, you have no choice but to search the premises. We better be careful as we walk around so as to not attract attention. Let's go. What up? Hello there, this is St. Ursula Medical College Hospital. The name's a bit of a mouthful, so most people just call it San Jose Hospital. Wait, Yuna, is that really you? You're like really tall, really short now, and you got a hat, and your hair is different. Long time no see, Tony. Is this an acquaintance of yours? Yeah, he helped me out when Ken and Nana were running a really high fever. Indeed, that was before you joined the police academy. Ken and Nana came down with the same bug together. Yuna was on her own and brought them both to the hospital. Neither Mom and Dad were home at the time. I didn't have much choice. I can just imagine how that little scene played out. Anyway, it's great to see you again. You're here to see someone, so I'll let you go on with it. It's great to see you looking well, Yuna. Seems you're here to see someone, so I won't keep you. Gonna ride the bus? I've come to see a colleague. He took a really nasty fall headfirst down the stairs and came here for a checkup. He's been pulling some crazy overtime hours night in and night out. Guess it's finally caught up with the poor guy. Luck just started this year. He passed his medical entrance exam with flying colors. There's no question about his talent. But he seems to have been in a slump lately. He comes to me for advice sometimes. For all the hard work he's putting in, I've got to double down just as much. I still have a lot to learn for him able to save many lives. I was reading a medical textbook and lost track of time. It's okay, I still got time in my break. Guess I'll study just a bit more. Are you, I kinda recognize your name? Maybe? I don't know. Come to see a colleague. But I mean, if you're still an intern, shouldn't you be a doctor by now? I mean, Lighton was an intern in Zero, and he's a doctor. I don't know. It's easy to get depressed just lying in a hospital room all day. Dr. Michaud recommends the patients get out in the sun if they can. He was right, I really perked up after some fresh air. I'm trying to get outside every day now, and it's been doing me a world of good. The doctor really knows his stuff. I don't know, maybe if you're adding in Ursula, you'd still be you wouldn't be finished yet? I don't know. I mean, I kind of recognize your name, but I can't think of who you are if you were in Zero/Ursula.
Oh, is this some sort of cafeteria?
Yeah, it's both for visitors and hospital staff. They even have rooms for people to stay overnight.
This must be what's on Crossbell's Hidden Gems. The reviews say it's not only nutritious, but also delicious. Now that I've had my checkup, I think I'll give it a try. Yeah, hospital food. Known for being nutritious and delicious. Welcome to Lectier. This is mostly a place for the medical staff to stay, but we also serve visitors as well. We also have a wide variety of wares available for purchase. Please take a look around. What type of wares we got? Gloves? Will these give strength and speed and HP? It's not bad, it's not bad. We actually do have money. But I think we're going to say, because we'll probably want to buy weapon upgrades eventually, but I'm not going to buy them until I feel like I need to buy them. Until we get to the final boss of this section. Because it's like, if we buy weapon upgrades now, and we don't need them, then we can just use that money to buy the weapon upgrades for the next section. Well then, you can reach the dormitory by going to the second floor. We have a lot of empty rooms now that so many have been transferred to the convalescent home or have become field medics. But it seems they weren't allowed to take everything with them. There's still many personal belongings lying around. Cleaning it all up wasn't an easy job, but I've kept all the rooms and the stuff inside squeaky clean. Wouldn't be much of a welcome if they came back to a dusty room after all. Can I have access to some of the stuff that was left behind? I mean, if they're not using it, we'll give it back, maybe. Anything around here? This is the staff dormitory. So, why can't I go in? I'm staff.
What a picturesque view.
Ain't bad at all.
This spot's pretty popular for patients who want some fresh air.
I pounced on this place as soon as I heard one of the cleaning staff retired. I scored an interview and job in no time flat, and I see my share of embarrassment, so I owe this hospital for getting me back on track. I really needed this job. Still, it's a bit odd they chose to build a convalescent home so close to Armorica. I won't say this publicly, but it's probably a facility to transport severely injured troops. Governor General doesn't miss a trick. Wait. Oh, are you... No. Are you the politician guy? Because I recognize your name, and I thought maybe you were just actually a janitor, but... Was he Gable? You know, the dude who's, like, initially exiled to the hospital and has the whole family quest at Azure? I think that's who you are. Residents of the downtown district have moved away from the redevelopment area, but Imperial Army has total say over the land that was my home was once built on. It's heart-wrenching. Even St. Rosa Hospital staff are having to reform field medicine. It just drives me mad. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Huh? Isn't that janitor? Yeah, Representative Gable. Ex-representative now, I guess. He was an avid proponent for Arabonia back in the day, but no one's seen him hide nor hair of him since he beat those charges of tax evasion. Can't believe he wound up pushing a broom around for a living. Work at City Hall. I took a nasty fall down the stairs and came in just to make sure I'm still in one piece. It's actually kind of nice to get a break from work. Sick of all this constant complaining about the Empire. Bootlicker. Like, oh no, why are you complaining about being oppressed? Just fucking get over it. You don't have to necessarily agree, but like, it's kind of a weird energy. I can't believe it. I never once in my life, never been ill once in my life, and now I'm in a hospital with a broken bone. I was a lot more vibrant and spry back in my day, I'll have you know. Still, look at me now. Guess that's just the way the cookies or bones crumble. May as well live it up while I'm here. Dress myself up all nice, maybe settle in with a good book or two. I'm just waiting on my husband to bring the things I asked him for. Who knows that old cooter called husband is even capable of finding this room. He better get here soon. I'm waiting on pins and needles here. I was at a piano recital when all of a sudden my left hand just stopped working. The doctor said I got localized paralysis from some kind of virus. Whenever I felt down about it, Lind would draw a keyboard on a piece of paper and practice with me. Then we'd talk about my favorite radio show together, and then I'd show her all the fan mail I wrote them, and... Nowadays, no one knows where Lind is at all. A lot lonely around here without her, but I won't give up playing piano, no matter what. I just gotta keep practicing. Well, isn't that sweet? Wish I was still able to practice. I need to put the hours in so I can ace my next recital. Haven't been able to get in contact with Lind. No one even seems to know where she is. From what I hear, she was in the capital on the day of the incident. Still, for all my fretting, I really do believe she'll make it back to us safely. All we can do in the meantime is wait. Lind's gone missing? Add that to the list of people to worry about. Took a bit of a tumble in the hallway, but the nurse in training helped me right back up. First glance, she seemed more like a standoffish, unapproachable type. After seeing how worried she was about me, I could tell how genuine her compassion was. Wow, it sounds like they got a pretty promising new hire on staff, huh? They also seem to have a problem with people falling down the damn stairs. That said, his first impression seemed very applicable to Valerie. Yeah? That seems true. Pretty true. I remember you. Time for lunch, Mr. Vanson. Here you are. This is... Oh, those are eggs? I thought those were potatoes. Those eggs are fucking massive. What the hell are they? Like ostrich eggs? Is there, anything other than eggs on the menu? What you mean? You're malnourished and there's nothing more nutritious out there than eggs. Go on, dig in. No need to be shy. So, someone please tell me this is some sort of sick prank or something? I thought it was just a basket of potatoes. That's actually, yeah, those are eggs, I guess. I don't know what's worse, being told like here. I think I would rather eat a potato raw than I would an egg raw, and I like eggs, just not, you know, crack them open into my mouth. I get the feeling there's a swing of my deficiency even more deficient. And again, I guess St. Ursula isn't so highly renowned for nothing. It'll be fine. They're professionals. They know what they're doing, right? I saw Ilya going through a rehabilitation while she was still in the hospital. She was so harsh on herself, it was kind of scary. The fangirl in me is rooting for her recovery, but at the same time, I don't want her to overdo it. Say anything second time? Nope. What about you? Mr. Vanson here's been diagnosed with a nutritional deficiency, so I prepared a special diet for him. We can't slack on patient care just because we're short on staff. True professionals get the job done no matter what the situation. That's what Cecile always says. Yeah, Cecile, gosh, what a memorable character. No one would ever forget her name. I mean, it's not that she's an unmemorable character. I mean, I remembered who she was. I'm not good with names, man. I'm sorry, it's taking me so long to visit. It's fine, I know that work you're doing is important. Thanks for understanding. So, how are you doing? I remember you saying before you were still feeling quite a bit of pain. Well, about that, they said I could be discharged as soon as tomorrow. Really? Oh, thank Adios. What a relief. It all worked out. Thank you, Adios. Looks like praying every day paid off after all. But like, what if she didn't recover? What would you say then? This husband of mine, such a drama queen. Let's see, according to your latest physical, your fractures in your tibia are healing up quite nicely. We'll get your orthopedic cast off for you. Are you sure you won't consider rehabilitation? It'll help expedite the convalescence phase. What are you trying to make me feel stupid, you stupid ass doctor, you mumbo jumbo? There's only one gal out there to answer to. Oh, you're cargo. You're not the boss of me, old man. Not that I have any right to show my ugly mug back home anymore. All the place I got left in the world is this bed, damn it. Not again. What's got him down this time? Wait a second, that voice sounds annoyingly familiar. What do you want now? I got no, not somewhere there to go anymore, so just leave me alone already. This boy, just as indecisive as ever, I take it. They said he's, the only son of some wealthy family from the capital, but he certainly doesn't act like it. He won't listen to a word out of my mouth, and I can barely even understand anything from his. I've just about had it with him. I don't know if they've ever mentioned that he's like a rich family before. That's kind of neat. So is it just going to be that they continue missing each other for like the rest of the game? Maybe you think we could go back and tell Patchy real quick? Probably not. I kind of want to try though. I decided my residency this year. I thought my name would look pretty good, or pretty nice with an MD after it, so I applied for med school. Total walk in the park. Thought I'd end up a doctor in no time. Emphasis on thought. Oh, you fool. Every day it's more books to study, more reports to write. It never stops. I'm just so behind on everything. But Mishad, he's just as diligent and focused as he was the day we met. Might sound silly, but that kind of work ethic is almost cool in a way. Mishad got into... Oh, Mishad! You're the guy from the downtown district who was studying to get into the college. That's why I remembered you. I believe that's who you are. Mishad got into St. Ursula Medical College all on his own, self-taught and everything. Never seen anyone as hardworking as him. Well, yeah, that's why. Okay. Because, like, I didn't remember him in relation to the hospital. And that's why. Phew, the train got me here just in time to make my rounds. Turns out riding the bus here all the way from home takes longer than you'd think. That said, Lighton shouldn't be starting his shift soon. I hope he didn't oversleep or anything. Nah, Lighton's good, man. This way leads to the internal medicine department. Okay, let me in. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Ever since that convalescent home near Amorca Village was built, the doctor's been busier than ever. Guess they must be short on people now, what with all the staff they transferred over there. Hey, what's up? Oh, it's you guys. I was riding laps with our ace Wonder earlier on. Gotten so weak from hunger that he ended up falling right off his horse. I knew he was hungry. Heck, he's always hungry. But I never once thought he'd just pass out on horseback. If only I had listened to him. Then maybe none of this would have happened. Alright, Wonder's been checked up on, being checked on me speak, so I can't concentrate on anything else right now. Could I ask you to help look after the horses again in the meantime? It'd be a great help. We would be happy to. Come back. I need to talk to you. Wish I'd taken Wonder's complaints more seriously. If I had, I know we could have avoided this. Oh, forgive me, Wonder. I hope it's not too serious. Yeah, think about it. Kaiser Dice did seem a bit off at the time. Do I want to ride the horse then if he seems off?
Ah, this must be the reception desk.
Yeah. Usually this room is full of people here to visit.
I mean, it's kind of full. Well, if it isn't you, look at you all big and grown. Lan, I haven't seen you since right before I joined the police academy. There's so much you have to catch up on, but before that, there's something in particular I have to ask you. Look for this girl named Valerie. Any idea where she might be? Valerie? She was just here, actually. Though, unfortunately, I'm not really sure where she's gone off to since. I see. Well, thanks anyway. Sorry again. Our VIP patients got us run off our feet. The whole hospital's been in a frenzy preparing for the surgery. Wait, VIP patient. I assume Valerie's probably helping out wherever she can right now. That is understandable, but who is this VIP patient you're referring to? No, if you won't hear from me, sorry. Guess you're not at liberty to reveal personal information. I'm very curious, so first things first, we need to find Valerie. Let's try looking around the hospital. I feel like I remember there being talk about someone being transferred to St. Ursula? For, like, treatment? Well, no, was the Emperor transferred? No, they transferred people from St. Ursula to the palace, right? I believe that was the, which I mean kind of makes the most sense. We read this, right? Yeah. Mishy. Make a wishy with Mishy. What the other things say? Applying quality management and healthcare. I mean, that was like an actual, like, book cover. Honestly, most of these actually like they're like real book covers. Complete guide to woman's health. Anything else of interest? The food guide, Michelin. I mean, I know there's like a train that goes to Michelin here now and everything, but it is kind of funny that's like, hey, here's all this advertising for Michelin. Bet you wish you could go there if you weren't in the fucking hospital. I was supposed to go to the conscription office today, but I woke up this morning with a terrible pain in my stomach. Guess I said to tell them I can't make it. I'm not faking it, just so you know. Cross my heart and hope to, I mean, they might make that happen. Well, it's like, if you can't serve in the army, then you're useless to us. I guess I'll just have to tell them I can't make it. There's a stabbing pain in my chest. I hope I can get a doctor to look at me soon. A longer hospital stay means more time for me to people watch. I come across all kinds of interesting folk that way. For instance, Ilya getting hospitalized was the perfect chance to meet the rest of Arkansas too. Can't wait to see what celebrities I'll end up running into next. I've been in the hospital for a year now. I thought I just had a cold, but it turns out it was some kind of disease in my lungs. Just goes to show, even if you think it's nothing serious, you should still get it checked out. I bought a change of clothes from my old lady today. Walking all the way to the train station from East Street sure does a number on these old bones, though. Dressing up all fancy ain't gonna make you young again. Beats me why she goes through all this trouble. Mind you, she always has been a difficult one. Old Battle Axe is staying up on the second floor. Oh, are you the gambling guy? Because I remember he called her the old Battle Axe. She's always been a difficult one. Welcome to St. Ursula Medical College and Hospital. As America's leading hospital, we pride ourselves at the forefront of medical science across the continent. Unfortunately, half of our staff and patients have been transferred to the convalescent home by Armorica Village. To make matters worse, a number of our physicians have become field medics at the government's request. I can't deny that we're short on hands, but rest assured, your waiting time to be seen has not been affected. Doubt? Okay, like, at best that just means, okay, we'll get you in a room really fast, but, like, you're gonna be waiting for a while before, like, anything actually happens. We received a request from the Governor General's office. They're looking to us to provide them with some field medics. Some of our doctors have already set off on their behest. I don't like the thought of it at all, but I suppose St. Ursula does house some of the most talented physicians of our time. It only makes sense that the Empire would want them on the front lines. Winter combat medic, it's goodbye doctor's office and hello field hospital. And it's nothing but corpsmen all over, treating wounded left and right, each one under your supervision and direction. I understand the necessity, I do, but the emotional toll, it's unimaginable. Okay, anything else to do? I kind of just want to pop over. There's no way there's any dialogue, but like, what if there is? Yo, we found cargo. Hey, we found cargo. Hey, I found cargo. Okay, fine. And we thought everyone down here? We did. I think we're ready? I wouldn't mind resting. Okay. That's cool. I didn't want to do that anyway. And we'll get a chance to heal for any boss fight. Probably. Okay, I think we're good. We went in here. Did we go in this room? Yeah, we did. We went over there. Actually, I want to head to the 3rd floor. But that's cool. Seeing Gable again, seeing Mashad finally became a doctor after all. That's nice. I completely forgotten about Mashad. Investigate the building, the main story will proceed. Not yet! It's not time yet. Anything we need to do back in Crossbell, buying stuff wise, and we have money? Did we buy that coin? I think we did, right? Yeah, so we have the IBC, we have the gold coin. I don't think I want the Mishi. So I think we're good. I do want to change my party back. Let's just go rest at the inn real quick. Just on the off chance, because it might be like once we go to the wetlands, we might not be able to leave. No, it wasn't like that.
Ah, how soothing.
For the basin, I don't think. I think once you even went to the basin, you could still go back to like Milsante if you wanted to, but... Alrighty, and away we go. There's another building here. Do you know what it might be, Una? I'm pretty sure this is the medical college's research building. I mean, I've never been inside before, but still. So is that where Valerie is? It seems likely. Let's go and see. Ooh, what the? An asshole? Look at that. Van Dyke does look pretty cool now. Guess Crossbell's Governor General decided to roll up for a visit. Hell, why be so polite? We're looking at the ringleader of those Ironbloods. Ash. It's fine. There's no denying that he's a primary member of the Ironbloods and the Chancellor's right-hand man, moreover. See an Imperial Defense Force member behind him, or more accurately, a member of his own security personnel. And the man with them is... That old guy is seriously jacked. He barely fits in that military uniform. Commander of the Imperial Army, General Van Dyke. The year before last, he was the principal at Thor's Military Academy. What? Really? Also, we beat his ass. I heard that he had returned to the Imperial Army, but...
It was of no small relief to me to hear the news of His Majesty's waking.
Ah, okay, so maybe he is, I guess he is here then? I know they had mentioned, I mean, it makes sense when it'd be transferred here, but... I mean, like, they both make sense. It makes sense to be like, oh, it's too dangerous to move him, so we're just gonna have the doctors come to him, but it also makes sense to transfer him to the college directly if possible.
It is still too soon for us to breathe easy, of course, but I am glad all the same.
Indeed. His Majesty's doctors are working as hard as they can.
Oh, hey, what's up, Emperor? You know how you allied with Osborne and everything? Because you thought it was like a good idea? Yeah, he killed your son. See ya.
But even with the most advanced medical care, the situation is dire.
I wish there was more we could do. But I suppose the rest is in Adios's hands. Though perhaps we should at least visit him. That may put my mind at ease.
Very well. Then allow me to escort you to the VIP ward.
Wait, they're coming our way? This isn't good. We need to hide.
There you are.
This way, all of you.
Huh? Grace, wait, isn't that... That's quite the look,
We can talk
Valerie.
later. Just come with me. If you don't want to be found, that is.
After that, Valerie led Una and the others to another location. They hid themselves away in a rarely visited corner of the hospital. Thanks to the bailout, Valerie. We knew we'd be able to find you somewhere around here, but didn't expect you to get all naughty nurse on us in the process. Someone hit Ash. Alright, keep it in your pants. The staff here let me hide out when I'm with them the second I mentioned Lind. Figures I may well fill in for her while she's missing, that's all. I see, that makes sense. Hope Lynn's doing alright wherever she is. Well, not to break the mood, but thanks for helping me out of that jam too. The Governor General's got all his cronies keeping eyes on me. Wouldn't do me any favors you can find out now. Funny surprise running into you here though, Grace. I presume you came here via train or bus. Are you here to chase after your aforementioned scoops? Well, I guess you could put it that way. But after seeing who else showed up around here, I'd say I got a pretty good lead. You mean Governor General Rufus and General Van Dyke? I guess it doesn't get any more VIP than those two, huh? Well... But why would they come to a hospital in Crossbow instead of one in the Empire itself? The both of them must have only just arrived by airship from Grelia Fortress. They made a beeline straight for St. Ursula. Something must be afoot. They're here to visit a patient, one who finally woke up a few days ago, someone very important to them. But not just to them, to the entire Erebonian Empire, and that's no exaggeration. Huh? Someone important to the Empire? She doesn't mean...
Oh, you found them. Good work, Valerie.
There she is. Not a problem, Chief Nurse. Cecile? Long time no see, frantic as always, aren't you?
Oh, you know me. Still, it's so wonderful to see the two of you again. And to the rest of Class 7, it's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm Cecile Noyes, the chief nurse on staff here. I've heard all about you from Valerie and Lloyd.
So she got to be Chief Nurse now? I feel like they maybe mentioned that. Because she wasn't Chief Nurse, it was the older lady, right? I guess she's maybe retired at this point. You know the special support section then? Well, yeah. Right, she's kind of like Lloyd's big sister in a way. The two of us are neighbors. We thought she'd gone to that convalescent home Ilya was transferred to. I haven't considered it, but Ilya ended up making the decision for me. Don't worry, I can finish the rehab just fine on my own. There's another patient who needs you much more than I do right now. She was quite insistent. They don't call her the fervent dancer for nothing. No one calls her that. That's Ilya for you. Graceful as a swan, stubborn as a mule. So, about this other patient, I'm guessing the rumors were true? Yes, they are. As a matter of fact, he asked me to show you to him once you arrived. Which I'll be perfectly happy to do after the Supreme Commander and Governor General are gone. How does that sound? Well... sounds great to me. Lead the way, babe. Oh god. Somewhere, Lloyd feels a burning rage. I mean, Lloyd wasn't like weird about Cecile though, like a certain someone. It's kind of weird to see him just in like normal clothes.
Enter.
Oh, there's what's her name? Doctor lady, whose name I forget. So it's true. I assume that's her, but
My sincerest welcome to you, Class 7 of Thor's Military Academy. You'll have to forgive my being underdressed, given this is a reunion of sorts.
Your Majesty? So you were here in Crossbelt all along? I was under the impression you were still in a coma. Glad to see you've risen out of it. It was tremendous relief given the circumstances.
Yes. I'm grateful that Adios granted me the opportunity to meet with you again.
I mean, I think it was the doctors who like made you not die. Or Emma with her magic. That was also pretty important. Yeah, Sealand, that's it. I know they wouldn't allow visitors for a patient in his condition, but as this is a special case, you've got 10 minutes. Nurse Nuez, if anything happens, come fetch me at once. Yes, Dr. Sealand. Kind of a fancy little necklace there. I mean, I think she's supposed to be rich or whatever, but like, I don't know, just seemed kind of like eye-catching. What's her deal? Well, we can safely assume she's a doctor. The name Sealand sounds familiar. Well, let's worry about that later. Wonder what to see how you've recovered, Emperor Eugen. Princess Alpha would be delighted to hear the good news.
Yes, although as you can see, it hasn't been an easy journey. I've been briefed on the majority of what occurred while I was unconscious. About the start of the Great Twilight. About the death of my son. And the coming war with Calvard. No, the coming of our very end. Even knowing of its approach, I regret that I must leave this mess to you young men and women to resolve.
But like, why? Like, oh my god, it's so frustrating.
As the Emperor of Erebonia, I formally apologize.
Like, really? Your fucking political ally, Ozzy G, murders your son, and you're like, well, I mean, I'm just gonna sit back. Like, if the Emperor were to like publicly speak out against the war, that would have so much impact. At least, especially like at least in the short term, right? I mean, I could at least buy that like the curse would eventually cause everyone to want to fight regardless, but like it would definitely have a major effect with like how much Emperor worship there is in the country. Please, there's no need to. Wait, what do you mean by that? You're saying you're aware all this is going to happen beforehand?
Correct. So it is written in the Black Records, passed down from one generation of the Imperial family to the next.
And also sometimes occasionally placed in chests, on the floor, and dungeons beneath Rehard. Sometimes just they show up in Lohengrin Castle right next to the entrance. It's really weird. Oh, Thomas told us about them before. I believe Inspector Reams collecting them as well.
Yes. The records provide a rough chronicle of everything leading up to the Great Twilight. The Empire's dark history. Stories of the Divine Knights and the Dark Dragon. It also prophesies that a sacrifice would be made, and the path to the Graal would open.
I'm sorry. If I had been stronger, none of this would have happened. Hey, don't beat yourself up over it. I mean, like, I still kind of think, at the end of the day, someone was dying. Ash.
You are not to blame, Ash. The sin is not yours to bear. This has all been brought about by the Empire's curse. By that measure, both you and I are the same.
Because honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I'm still kind of the opinion that if Ash hadn't shot the Emperor, Osborne would have killed Cedric or Alphen.
What matters now is what follows. Until now, everything
or
is
just
gone
Oliver.
according
I
to
guess
the
that would work
Chancellor
too.
and the Gnome's plan. But the Black Records stop where the Great Twilight begins. What happens next is a tale yet unwritten. There still remain paths that not even they could have foreseen, including the path you've chosen, Lady Mildine.
Oh? So you're already aware. But like, really, no one's gonna at least like challenge him on this whole like, I'm not gonna even begin to oppose the dude who literally fucking killed my son? What is that?
A document containing the whole truth as I am aware of it. The same truth I shared with your instructor. I am giving it to you in the hopes that you may find the third path that Olivert sought. When you have reunited with your instructor, find your own.
Oh, you could at least explain like a little regret over like what siding with Osborn has done. Like, I feel like that aspect has been highly, like just underutilized here. Your Majesty. Hey. Seems he's falling asleep. He must have really been pushing himself. Call for Dr. Seelan. Third path, huh? I do kind of like that they brought back the third path idea somewhat. That seems a little. I mean, I would have. I mean, just like some emotion about. I don't know. I feel like that scene was definitely like could have been much better. A no visitors notice was then placed on the door of Emperor Eugen's hospital room. Yuna and the others returned to their nurse's station with Dr. Seelan soon after. There's shrapnel in his heart? That's right, he really should be resting right now, but they're insisting that we operate as soon as possible. We were initially called to the capital, but due to the scale of the surgery, we had him transferred here. Okay, so that was what was said in the last game. That's what I thought. They said they transferred doctors from St. Ursula to here, or to there. The operation will happen within 2 weeks' time. Considering his current condition, we estimate the success rate to be just shy of 30%, aka 100%. Yet despite his pain, he's still feeling the strength to speak with us. Who the hell's he trying to fool, acting all tough and... Ash? That reminds me, what did the letter say? It was mostly about the Black Records and the Curse of Erebonia. We'd already heard bits and pieces about it before, but I think it's all starting to come together thanks to this. The Curse of Erebonia? The annexation with Ambria is just another consequence of it. But newsworthy as this all is, we can't just put an article about it. See, the Emperor's stay here has become something of an open secret. We cover a story like that and we'll get slammed by the censors, or worse, shut out of the streets. I see, but at least we're beginning to see the bigger picture here. Every one of these events is driving us closer and closer towards war. Nurse Cecile, do you have a moment? I wonder who this could be. Excuse me a second. Yes. I thought you'd left already.
The Governor General has, yes. However, I realized I had one last matter to see to.
I was like, I was wondering why they were kind of like stuttering like that. That's because they're like fucking Van Dyke's an imposing dude.
I will be perfectly frank. Will you allow me to speak with Class 7?
The man from earlier. I thought that voice sounded familiar. He must have realized you were here. Did you fight Van Dyke? You probably did, right? I can't imagine I wouldn't have used my boy UC to fight Van Dyke. Very well, nurse. Please let the gentleman in. Really? Are you sure about this? Of course, we know we can trust him. Very well. Right this way, sir. Granted, I can't remember. Did you have a full 4-party for that fight? Or was it just a 3-party? I don't know.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, new Class 7. I do hope you'll forgive me for barging in like this. And if it isn't some of the old Class 7, my, how you've grown.
It's been too long, Principal. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. We've heard much about you.
Come now, there's no need to be so nervous. I've wanted to meet all of you for quite some time. You all have fire in your eyes. That's good. You remind me of young Schwarzer when he was a student. It's truly a shame he could not be here with us.
Well, damn, someone's well informed. You were with the Governor General earlier. You're the one in charge of the war with Calvert, so perhaps you know...
Unfortunately, I have no idea where he is. My role pertains solely to events on the surface, as per the orders of Chancellor Gileath Osborn.
I mean, you could just, like, say no. The war with Calvert is now completely inevitable, and behind that is a 1,000-year-old curse on the Empire. But despite all this, you're prepared to fulfill your duty?
I am. Such is what it means to be a soldier.
No, that's not what it... whatever.
Even if the coming war consumes the entire continent, even if it consumes the entire world...
That doesn't mean you can't have a fucking conscience, dude.
A soldier puts everything on the line for his country. Generals Craig and Vander hold the same convictions.
So, like, you know, if Osborn was like, hey, could you just go gun down all the dissidents in Heimdall? You'd be like, okay, yes, sir. Like, that's not okay. Just following orders is not a fucking excuse. I mean, what drops a soldier? But we'll show you that Class 7 is different. It's just like His Majesty said, we'll find our own path. I may not know where it leads, but I'm sure it starts with finding Instructor Reen. All we can do is have faith in ourselves and move forward, as Class 7 and as students of Thor's. Exactly, we're not the type to be so easily dissuaded. Every step we take bears the hopes of His Majesty and all of our friends behind it. I'm certain those hopes will lead us to him. He's more than just the Ashen Chevalier. To us, he'll always be a member and instructor of Class 7. I say it's a total crapshoot whether or not this will actually get us anywhere. But if we do manage to get Schwarzer back, you can bet your ass we're not just leaving things to him afterwards. That load is all of ours to bear. We're finding us our way through this shitstorm, we're doing it together. Well, would you look at that? They're serious about this, you can tell just from looking. There you have it, General. No, Principal Van Dyke, this is who we are. This is Class 7. Look at Eustace and Machias basically holding hands there.
Me with an idea. A seed from which Class 7 would grow. But for it to have grown so determined, resilient, and strong, it has exceeded all my expectations. Speaking to you today has reminded me of that, and I am truly grateful. Members of Class 7, I implore you to find Schwarzer. I am sure you can save him, and together find this new path.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. That just seems like a really fucking weak, wimpy-ass excuse to be like, oh, well, you know, I'm a soldier, gotta do what I'm told to do. Like, not even like a, oh, well, if I control the army, I can maybe, like, you know, lead it down a better path, or, like, try and rein it in some of the violence, potentially. Like, just like, nope, gotta do it, because Osborn said so. The group then prepared to set off and resume their tasks. Well, that went on far longer than expected, but I suppose it's no time wasted, so long as you found it worth the while. Like, this whole thing is just, like, ridiculous. Because, like, literally, the Emperor could remove Osborn from power if he wanted to, right? Like, at least in a legal sense, he's the one who appointed him Chancellor, he could remove him. Now, of course, would Osborn follow that? No, he would, you know, reject the Emperor's authority and just, like, declare himself dictator. But that would cause significant, like, political turmoil within the country, because it's been stated that not that many people are under the influence of the curse so far. And then all that political infighting would be way more effective than whatever the hell, like, Musei's doing, or, like, in addition to what Musei is doing. That would effectively mean that they couldn't launch their invasion into Calvert because they're too busy with the idea that if they launch that invasion, then all the other countries invade them, plus Musei's army, plus all the other political dissidents that would rise up. Like, yeah, eventually over time, you know, I can accept that the curse might corrupt everyone's minds and make them accept the war, but, like, in the meantime, since they've established it's not instant, you could heavily delay the war with just a stroke of the pen. And it would make it so much easier for foreign countries to justify invading, right? Like, Erebonia would no longer be the good guys in the situation, so to speak, like, on a, like, geopolitical sense, because, like, no one can technically disprove that Calvert blew up the Courageous or tried to assassinate the Emperor. It's just, like, the Emperor is not a good person, like, at all. In any case, I have a lot of work I need to get back to. Right, we won't need to keep you any longer, thanks again. Which is why, like, I do kind of feel like like, if there was some sort of, like, instead of him just deciding not to be an active force because, I don't know, reasons, he decided to leave it all to Osborn. If it was like he had some ideological opposition to the idea of monarchy in the first place, and that's why he refuses to act, that would actually be kind of interesting and like an engaging, like, facet of his character. If it was like, I don't want to rule from the throne because I feel like that's not, you know, a legitimate form of government, so that's why I'm not going to intervene. That would be a much better excuse than I just don't want to. Good luck with the operation, not that you need to hear it from me. Ash. As a matter of fact, I don't. A medical professional never gives up, no matter how distant the hope. We'll do whatever we can. Now then, I wish you all the best. And plus, like, I mean, if Van Dyke's whole, like, reason for, like, I've got to fight is because Osborn's my boss, and that's what a soldier does, the Emperor is above Osborn, like, in a legal sense in Erebonia. So if he was to, like, declare the war is illegitimate and doesn't want to invade, then that would actually give Van Dyke a reason to, like, help even fight another civil war. Like, it just seems, or at least, like, get the military support behind him for a coup. Like, it just seems so ridiculous that the Emperor is just going to sit there and do nothing. And, which is, well, the more ridiculous thing is that nobody pushes him on it. I could actually almost, like, buy it if he was just like, I'm not going to do anything. But if at least one character had been like, you're the most powerful man in Erebonia and you're just going to sit here and do nothing, if there was at least some sort of pushback. That's a doctor who's got it all. The other nurses and I will be assisting Dr. Seelan in any way that we can. So don't worry about the operation. I'll make sure he pulls through. Yeah, thanks. We'll leave him in your capable hands. Now then, shall we get back to our work ourselves? Our next order of business is visiting the wetlands. Agreed, the area is flush with blue paloma grass, making our best candidate for the singularity at present. If there are any places around here that scream singularity, that would probably be it. Be careful, guys. I'll stay behind to gather information, same as Louise and the others. Make sure you and the others don't get into too much trouble for me, okay? Of course, they're just as much members of Class 7 as any of us. Well, except for Machias. We just keep him along because, well, it's in our contract. The wetlands of Lake Elm should be south of the hospital down Ursula Road. Take care on your journey, okay? I heard from Valerie that things aren't great at Thor's branch campus. I can't believe some of you were called in as witnesses by the Imperial Defense Force and Military Police. I've been through a lot with Lloyd, so I can imagine how tough it must be for you. I'm worried about Lynn too. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know. Thank you so much. Valerie's been such a big help around here. With all the staff transferred to Armorica and so many doctors being conscripted, we're seriously short-handed. Not only did she come at the perfect time, but her bedside manner is superb, and she's always meticulous with paperwork and reports. I've been seriously considering asking her to work here officially after this is all blown over, of course. Is everybody else saying new stuff? Oh no, I messed up all the medical records again. Mafia and head nurse Martha are gonna get so mad at me. Or wait, actually I think I moved her to... Oh, so that's the issue. So they're still here, or the old lady's still here. I mean, I don't know if she's necessarily an old lady, but she was just depicted as being older than everyone else. I don't know, I'll get Lynn to help me sort these out. Oh, wait, she's been going for like a while now. Everybody's got their hands way too full to lend anybody else's right now. I'll have to handle this myself. Good thing I got this hospital survival guide Mafia wrote for me before she left. I have to check out Mafia's hospital survival guide and handle this myself. Oh no, where'd I put it again? Oh wait, I didn't talk to you. Me and Lynn were in the same class here at St. Ursula, so I took over looking after Nina for her. And it was right around the time when Lynn's letter stopped cold. Nina's been diagnosed with a disease that can't be treated through rehabilitation alone. Our new policy is to operate whenever we can, no matter what the risks or how low the chance of success. She must be so scared. I wish I could help her be brave somehow. Surgery's the only treatment that'll work for Nina now. She must be so scared. I wish I could help her be brave somehow. I guess that colleague of mine went up to the roof to get some fresh air. I should probably go and see how he's doing. That new girl may not be a medical student, but she's just as knowledgeable as one as far as I'm concerned. Here she attends Thor's Military Academy. Must have quite the curriculum if Valerie's any indication. a matter of fact, my son Kian's just started studying medical science himself. Oh, I remember him. He was one of Wazi's gang, right? Yeah, I do remember that he had family at San Ursula. No telling what he'll make of it just yet, but he did go to Ruby Ferry to enroll in medical college. Only a few years ago, he was falling in with the wrong crowds and getting into fights. You can only imagine how worried I was for his future. Now he's setting off on a journey to discover himself. No father or doctor could be any prouder of his son. Oh, honestly, even that intern Valerie makes for a better nurse. Not that I'm unhappy about it, not in the slightest. So, no need to change anyone's nurses around or anything, okay? No more eggs, please. I just ate 47 eggs. I can't have any more. Dr. Gailey was just here. He said it won't be long until I can leave the hospital. It was a wonderful piece of news, but I hear the streets are full of soldiers now. I just can't shake this feeling of dread over what'll happen once I get discharged. I mean, I guess the streets being full of soldiers is better than when the streets were full of, monsters back in Azure. I just pulled myself together. None of this would have. Now the capitals, everyone's probably... It's all my fault. All of it. It was Cargo. He was the one behind the Great Twilight. I'm so sorry. The real mastermind? The boy beneath the sheets? It seems the boy across from me got caught up in all the hysteria in Heimdall too. Every night he groans in agony. Poor guy, I just feel awful for him. If only his family would come to visit, I'm sure it'd help ease the pain, if only a little. This is Maki's way of getting back at him for calling him a dork lord. He's like, he could go tell Patry that he found Cargo, but he won't. He gets the last laugh. I think the piano could double as therapy for my hand too, but apparently that's not enough to make it better. I'll have to go get surgery too. If I take even one day off from practice, I'll lose my edge. So I only need to practice, but my left arm won't listen to me. What do I do now, Lind? I used to be so good at piano recitals, but now all the other kids are gonna fly right past me. Oh, Lind, what do I do now? Elliot! Where are you? You gotta talk this is the perfect time for music talk! My old lady here stumbled on a step at home, and now she's in here for a broken arm and leg. Old woman's bones are more fragile than a twig, it seems. Stop hassling me. I can't help breaking a bone or two. Enough about that. Do you bring everything I asked for? Yeah, one set of sexy lingerie coming right up. Lace, frills, and all. Lingerie? I can't wear this at my age. Why would I even need this? Yeah, with the belly aching. You asked for some fashionable clothes, so I bought them. I just don't know what goes through the head of yours sometimes. Yeah, with the belly aching. Just get over it. Wear this sexy nightie. There's already plenty of eye candy here in the hospital, but Nurse Cecile, she's more than just that. Whatever guy lucky enough to win her hand in marriage had better understand what a catch she is. Goddess, I wish it was me. Whatever guy... It's so bad. Whatever guy, huh? Things could have been so different, if only... Well, I will say, at first it made me laugh because I kind of didn't think about the fact that Yuna would actually know who Guy is, but... Yuna seems to be experiencing complex feelings over this. Evidently something must have happened to Cecile. Like, at first, I really thought it was just like an inadvertent pun for like that first split second, and then I was like, oh wait, yeah, she actually knows about Guy, probably. So, maybe not quite as funny, but it's still a little funny. Getting put up in the VIP wards guarantees you'll be treated by the best doctors and nurses this hospital has to offer. Whoever it is must be some major elite or gravely ill, I wonder. Enough. Now's the time to focus on work and nothing else. Decide to live a life that won't bring shame to my family. I'm gonna do my job properly. I'm gonna take this role seriously, then I'm gonna need to worry about keeping this hospital spotless. I've been watching ex-representative Gable work, and he's taking it more seriously than I thought he would. All he's was nothing more than some scummy politician. But look at him now, giving it his all, and not even for the sake of some shots to the newspaper. He's putting in more work than me, that's for sure. Well, once I get better, I'll get straight back to the grind. I wonder if working with his hands has changed Representative Gable's personality for the better. Watching him go at it like that makes me feel like I've been slacking off here. Dr. Seelen looks like she has a lot on her mind. It appears so. Probably concentrate on the upcoming surgery. So you're still here. I apologize for the interruption, Doctor. Not a problem. In fact, I was just thinking that I'd like someone's advice on a certain problem. How about that patient? Even if he spends most of his time asleep to recover, he's not having anything to do while he's awake is an issue. I'm trying to think of something that would make time go by quicker. Do you have any suggestions? Actually, a tough question. What about a newspaper? Pretty sure he's damn worried about what's going on in the world after right now. Give him some palm party and then we battle him in that. I see your point. That would probably be quite appreciated. I'll go ahead and request some newspapers to be arranged. Thank you. That is certainly a good idea. Thank you. Time is limited, and we have to do our best with the finite amount of time that we do have. But like, what if we gave him a palm party account? There were so many soldiers lined up outside, I didn't like it at all. I heard that Governor General Rufus hasn't returned to his office since the assassination attempt in the capital. Must be something critical if he'd visit the hospital despite being so busy. The operation with the VIP seems complicated. I'm also kind of anxious for the girl after him who's also scheduled for a major surgery. Nina has a serious condition. She's been hard at work with her rehab, but chances of her full recovery are looking slim. I decided to change the treatment plan. Right now the surgery is scheduled for this fall. Hope that Nina can get better quickly, just like Shizuku did. Shizuku? Oh, that's Arias' daughter! She had a problem with her eyes, but thanks to Dr. Seelen, she got a little better, and then Kia used space magic. Then one day her eyesight just completely healed. It was I guess, mirage magic, technically. It was a miracle! It seems a little improper for a medical expert to just explain something as a miracle, don't you think? How unexpected. The VIP patient operation sounds incredibly difficult. I am anxious, but if anyone can do it, Dr. Seelen can. That guy with the Governor General is packing some serious muscle. Find it hard to believe that he's here for treatment. Makes you wonder. Governor General Rufus just left with some huge guy in tow. What's going on here? I really hope he didn't come to issue any new orders for us after we went through that whole field medic thing. I'll try asking Cecile later. Okay, let's go ahead and do the first floor. I want to, wrap up the talking for the college in this video. Oh, there's so many freaking NPCs, man. Feels so much better than that I know my wife is going to be discharged. I heard there's a chance she might experience a few side effects, but she seems right as rain for now. That's the level of treatment you can expect from one of the finest hospitals on the continent. That was Governor General Rufus who passed by, right? He's even more charismatic without a screen in the way. Yeah, he tried to assassinate someone because he was bored once. He's not a good person. Look at the patient's care records. They look like a real nurse had to say. If you have nothing productive to say, I may not be as skilled as Kai, but I'm going to use my experience as a medic as best I can. I'll also work to bring you information that could be useful. You got that, Ash? Yeah. Alright, have you heard from Pablo and Gustav from the Modern Music Club? Yes, it seems they're both hard at work cooperating with some of the other students. I actually have orders from Pablo to think of a new hook for our songs before we meet again. That sounds like Pablo. I'm just glad everyone's doing well. As for those who haven't been able to contact, I hope they're fine as well. We just need to fully concentrate on what we can do, right? Right. I get so nervous when Governor General Rufus is around. They haven't told me the identity of our VIP patient either. Still, it's not too hard to make an educated guess. There are only so many Imperial elites in need of our care right now. His condition sounds very serious, so I hope the operation goes well. Have you heard of the Seelen Company? They're a medical equipment manufacturer in Dormitory, one quite famous at that. Our very own Dr. Seelen is, as you might guess, directly related to its founder. Being able to work under her has been nothing short of an honor. But, like, why? I mean, like, of her accomplishments, being a doctor, way more important than born to someone who runs a company. Wow, that injection made my stomach pain go away almost immediately, so I'll have to come back for another checkup or two, but I'm sure I'll be A-okay soon enough. There's been a ring in my ear since this morning. I thought I should get it looked at. It's times like this when living near a hospital comes in handy. I can come in and get a checkup whenever I like. I thought I was so lucky to be in the same hospital as the amazing Ilia Platier. But get this, the second I show up, I find out she's been transferred to some convalescent home in Armorica. What a disappointment. I'm just gonna get my diagnosis and go home as quickly as possible. There's no emotional payoff for being a field medic, not with all the suffering you have to see before you. Nothing you lose out there can never be gained back again. Only a fool would want to take on such thankless work. Yet despite all that, Dr. Lighton still applied to be a field medic. Helping the injured soldiers helped me grow as a person. If he truly means that, then he really is a doctor to his core. I hate to admit it, but honestly, it's downright admirable. He may be young, but he's just as capable as the other more experienced doctors, and yet he's just going to throw all that away to be a field medic? I guess there's something to be said for all his passion. So how's the injury? He said it's probably just some bruising and a sprain. Sorry for making you worry. Worried? I'm relieved if anything. Take a look and see how we can change up your diet from here on out. I don't want this happening again. You need to be careful when you're in too, Wonder. I practically felt a whole clump of my hair go gray fretting over you. Yup, be sure to tell you next time I get hungry. I'd appreciate that. Well, it's about time we return to St. Arc. Between you and Kaiser Dice, I've got plenty to think about. I need a moment to work out on our next steps. I just thought he's just thrown off by how weird Kaiser Dice has been acting. Guess I got so hungry then I started feeling faint. A Nines Rider falling off his horse. Have you heard anything more pathetic? Gotta be more careful. What about a Nines Rider losing to a, decrepit old horse? I'll talk to you. So Yuna, I hear you're a student at Thor's Military Academy now. I came in conversation with your mom. She was here just a short little while ago. Wait, does that mean you know the spy behind the assassination attempt? Don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna trash them out or anything. I just think it's a shame how that incident took away what should have been your carefree teenage years. I was just worried about how you were all holding up. Thanks, Lon. Sure, they're not the best of days, but that's the reason I feel down. We got, goals and friends to help, get us there. I see, that's all any of us could really ask for in the end. Looks like you brought a whole bunch of your friends back home with you, huh? Well, as long as you're doing well in school, that's all that really matters. Yeah, school. Really do well on all our exams. There we go. It's been a while since we properly spoke, hasn't it, Layden? I came back to get my stethoscope, and what do you know, here we are, bumping into each other. I know, right? In fact, I was actually just hoping we'd get a chance to talk. Perhaps you've already heard, but, well, let me just come out and say it. I volunteered to be a field medic. You're right, I have already heard. I just wish you'd come talk it over with me first. And we are husband and wife after all. Flora. It's alright, Layton. This is for the best. No wife wants to see her husband shipped off to war with no end in sight. But with the war comes wounded, and what the wounded need most are doctors like us. Doctors like you. I see. Thank you, Flora. You really are the best wife a man could ever ask for. You should already know that by now. I know you won't be deployed for a while, but let me be the first to wish you good luck. Light and I have been together since our residency days. So I was not surprised to hear he wants to be a field medic. I know his feelings better than anyone after all. But still, I'm glad we were able to talk it over. Gives me a chance to sweat out my own. Flora ended up pretty supportive of me becoming a field medic after all. So much for all that worrying. Still some time left before I'm deployed. Might as well brush up on my battlefield medicine in the meantime. Also, why am I talking to a child? I don't get it. I just had this emotional conversation with my wife, and now here I am talking to a small girl. For no reason, and letting her know all my secret thoughts. Alright, I believe that's everything. We can, there's no way, but what if? You fuckers better not have updated. Alright, thank you. What do you gotta say, Rains? We found Grace. Okay. Alrighty, so next time we will, well, I guess we still have to talk to the guard. Wow, I never thought Governor General Rufus would visit our hospital. He's a hard man to predict. The moment I think he's about to make his return to the city, he heads in the opposite direction. Perhaps that means he's not as busy as he makes himself out to be? What a show that man makes. The opposite direction from the city. The only thing out there is the Wetlands. Well, something important there if they got a personal appearance. Definitely something to keep in mind. It's somewhat concerning, but for now, let's focus on resolving the singularity. We should head for the Wetlands ourselves. Okay, so maybe a little roofie fight? I was kind of wondering who we'd end up fighting. I mean, at the end of the day, anytime you're near Perlmagrass, they can always just have like a cryptid or something spawn, but Rufus seems like a more engaging person to fight. Maybe we'll learn if I mean, he has a Divine Knight? I don't know. I mean, that kind of makes sense, but I also feel like if he had one, they would have debuted it back at the end of the game. But we'll see. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye, guys.